Hello and welcome to another edition of CityTalk. My name is Tim Shaw. I'm the Government Affairs Director here with the Realtors. I'm pleased to have as my guest today the Mayor of Diamond Bar, Steve Tye.
Tim?
Mayor Tye, welcome.
Good to be here.
So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about what it is you do besides being the mayor, and what interested you in running for City Council?
In 2005, I was convinced that a parcel tax to build a library that we didn't own or operate was the wrong way to go, and I ran on that platform. I got the most votes in the history of the city, so I think Diamond Bar agreed with me. My day job is I work for UBS Financial Services. I'm part of the On Point Wealth Partners team in the Brea office.
So you've been on the council since 05?
2005. Was mayor and currently mayor in 2007 and 2011.
Okay. Well, the city of Diamond Bar is a newer city. It was incorporated in
1989.
1989.
Yes.
And I believe the model has been largely to contract out for
Correct.
services, police and fire. And
Correct. Trash. Yep.
so there's very few employees
Right.
that actually work directly for the city, is that
Correct.
right? So
Correct.
how's that model worked out for the city?
It's great. It works out very well. I mean, let's take the sheriff as a for instance. You know, I refer to them every chance I get as our police department, and whatever we need, we can decide that. You know, if they were our employees, it's very, very difficult to cut back on employees. It's always easy to add. I think some cities have no problems adding. But if we need extra coverage, we can pay for that. We can contract for that. So it's a good model.
Very good.
The contract model has been around since the 50s, so the Lakewood model.
Well, I know not only for Diamond Bar, but really the whole Southern California region, it's an issue where the 57 and the 60 freeway come together and run together for a short period of time there, and before they separate on out. So that confluence, I guess, runs through the city of Diamond Bar.
Correct.
A lot of truck traffic coming through there.
Right.
And it's even gotten the interest of our Federal Department of Transportation Secretary and Congressman Schuster from the House Transportation Committee have come out.
From Pennsylvania, right.
So what can you tell us about that intersection and what work might be done there?
Well, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that lives in the area that is a terrible intersection. We think it obviously is one of the worst in Southern California, probably the state, but it's one of the worst in the country. It's one of the top 5 worst in the country. So I'm excited to share with you that next month we will break ground on the project to do what we have referred to for 15 years as the Big Fix. So they'll be doing some bypass roads and making it a little bit easier as you head east on the 60 so that you don't have to merge over 5 lanes to get off on Grand Avenue. So it's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of hassle, but it's going to be a lot of excitement also to get that finally fixed.
Well, that's great. Not only for the residents of Diamond Bar, but everyone down here will appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Turning our attention for a second, if we can, to real estate. I know there's a big development going on in the southern part of Diamond Bar. There had been some property that was owned by the school district that got sold, and now they're developing houses. Can you tell us about that?
Correct. Lennar Homes, with their EI project, everything's included, has developed 182 homes. It's roughly 60 single-family units, 60 condos, and 60 townhomes. So they're selling like crazy. They're doing a great job there. When we toured that in April for their grand opening, they shared with me that they had an interest list of 5,000 for 182 units. They had pre-qualified 1,000. So a lot of interest. I mean, there's a great deal of interest in Diamond Bar. It's a great community. It's centrally located, and people are finding that it's a great place to live.
Yeah. I know one of the things I always hear when people think about where they're going to move and settle down is the school districts and the schools and the community. Can you tell us anything about the schools there?
Sure. Well, I mean, we have Diamond Bar's a unique town. We're the only city I know that's divided by 2 freeways, 2 school districts, and 2 zip codes. And we have some of the best schools in Southern California, in fact in the state. Walnut Valley Unified School District is recognized as one of the best in the state, as well as the Pomona Unified School District. That is the northern part of our city has Pomona schools, and there are a number of blue ribbon schools and California distinguished schools. So people are happy to move to Diamond Bar and enjoy the schools.
Great. Well, Mayor Tye, is there any message you would like to convey to realtors that might be watching today? Anything you'd like realtors to know about or do?
We're providing you with more inventory. So we're as I said, the Lennar Homes at the south end of town is pretty close to being sold out. I heard the other day that they're also going to develop a project on the west end of town, probably the last large space. I think it's zoned for about 120 homes, condominiums, so that's exciting also. That property is owned by Lewis, and I think I heard that Lennar is going to be developing that. So yeah, come to Diamond Bar, sell some homes, make some
Great.
money.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of people wanting to take you up on that.
Absolutely.
Well, Mayor Steve Tye of the City of Diamond Bar, we thank you for coming in today. Again, I'm Tim Shaw, with your Government Affairs Director here with the Realtors. We'll see you next time.